Hi, everyone. As you can tell, I just got off my boat. I was sailing through Madrid today. And while I was sailing through Madrid today, I was thinking about a lot of things. And I think as a good 23-year-old gay, I think you need to think about identity. And I think identity is so, so important because I think it brings somewhat adds meaning in a world that are we just sacks of meat on bones and we use artifice to make some trite meaning of reason and importance in our world. And I think when thinking about identity when you're growing up, you think about who I am, what am I doing here, what's my purpose, why am I naked in this hostel. That actually happened like 3 minutes ago. But also, you start thinking, who am I in the sense of the demographics I fall into? And so, my mom is Colombian, and she is una colombiana divina. Like, oh my God, flawless, gorgeous, perfect. And my dad's just some white dude. So that means I'm 50% Colombian, 50% white, 100% flawless. And so my dad bounced at a young age, and it was just me and my mom. And it was a very complicated situation for my identity, in which I'm a mixed kid living with a Colombian woman in Connecticut. So how do you reconcile these things? And at a young age, my mom realized something really, really important. Es que yo tengo un hijo súper, 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 súper raro. So she enrolled me in a Japanese school, and that was Japanese immersion. And that made things really complicated because I really wanted to be Asian, but I also was Latino and also white. And you just come off kind of like this. And so I just kind of like was going through, and I started going to a really prestigious prep school at 11. And there, I didn't realize, I kind of knew, but not until graduation. Then we had like this class night and everyone gives speeches about what they learn. That one of my friends was talking about like all the lessons he's learned from my school. And he said in his speech in front of the whole school and parents, he's like, and I learned the act of deception by Dylan Turmeque because not until 2 weeks ago I thought he was Asian. I can't put that much blame on him because for all of sixth grade, I brought in sushi every day for snack and spoke fluent Japanese. And so I also had that. And a really important thing happened to me at 15, in which I got my first boyfriend. And the gay world is obsessed with categories. You have twinks, you have bears, you have otters, you have bull dykes, you have butches, you have butch in the streets, femme in the sheets. You have two beer queers, which is my specialty, and all these different things. And so when you're in a world that's obsessed with labels, when you start kind of reconciling my own racial identity, but also my gay identity, and what am I doing? And a first thing I kind of realized is I was at this straight club, which is terrible. But I was there to support the homies, and I was dancing, doing my thing, ruining everyone on the dance floor. And this guy comes up to me, and it was like, oh, hang on, straight voice. I don't do this often because I'm like really into women. But you're the most perfect Asian I've ever seen. And I was like, what? And then he proceeded to give me a dollar bill with his number on it. And I'm like, how shitty of a hand job do you want behind this dumpster? Like, I haven't come up with my rate yet. But it's often in these type of misunderstandings that you begin to understand your place in the world. And I think the most important kind of situation like this was about 2 months ago, me and the Madrid homies went to Tel Aviv to learn about this situation, to party. So we went on a Monday, and like, Madrid pops off, like it definitely does, but nothing pops off to Tel Aviv on a Monday. And we just kind of thought like, oh, we weren't really expecting much. And me and my friends go get ready. We're looking flawless, putting on like our little slutty tank tops, getting ready to go. And there was some like rando dude I met on Tinder because like just ruining the Tinder game in Tel Aviv. Just like, ugh, my phone's constantly buzzing. This is so embarrassing. And so we went to the club, we started going, we were having our drinks, whatever, we're doing it big, slaying. And then I meet a gentleman on the dance floor, and we start making out, dancing, and he says to me, "So, how much?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes to my face like this and goes, "I love Asian boys." And I was just like, I gotta go over there. And so I went over there, and then like 5 minutes later with another fine gentleman, and making out, same thing, and similar question. How we do this? I'm like, how we do what? If we're talking about the thing I think we're talking about, I would hope we both know how to do it, or that's just gonna be really awkward for you. And so then I realized, oh, same thing. So I'm like, someone's having a baby, I'm leaving. Another third individual, similar thing. I'm like, okay, this is a joke. This is like, you guys are all friends, you guys all know each other, you're playing an inside joke, like, let's choose that one, and we'll do this joke. So I go to my friends, and I'm like, weirdest thing just happened. I just got asked if I was an Asian prostitute by 3 different people. And then my friend proceeded to say, "What, you didn't take advantage of that? We could have like 5,000 shekels right now." And I was like, "Oh, that's so true." That's very true. And I was just more blown away by the fact that someone thought, I mean, there's nothing wrong being an Asian or a prostitute or both, but like, that's just not my identity. And so I see this other person, and I start talking to him. I'm like, this is the weirdest icebreaker ever. But what race do you think I am? And he says to me, actually, you look a lot like this Asian porn star who's a special guest tonight at this club. And I was just like, damn. And so I realized from then that I was just like, a couple of things. That no matter what, to those people, how I looked, my identity, my appearance, meant what was most important to them was my race, was how I appeared. And to them, I would never be a human. I would always be Asian prostitute with these eyes, apparently. This person that they saw on some image, like, I want this image. I don't want the humanity that comes with this image, right? And at that point, I kind of realized that, fuck it. Like, I can't spend my whole entire, I wasn't gonna like go to the DJ like, excuse me, not an Asian prostitute. That, I think you're looking for that gentleman over there. You can't, at a certain point, you can't convince people of your humanity, because if you spend your whole entire time trying to convince someone of your humanity, you're not trying to fulfill your own humanity for yourself. So I think at a certain point, when does a misunderstanding become a lack of understanding or a lack of willing to understand someone because they don't fit into your view of how they look and how they should kind of situate themselves in your world, whether it's for a dance floor makeout or for 5,000 shekels. So I guess now I'm very fortunate to say I'm surrounded myself with people who attempt to understand, which I think is the most important thing. Not even getting me or understanding me, but at least having the will to try to understand. Thank you.